Hey there. Happy, what day is this? Happy Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. Happy Saturday. And welcome to the 2021 virtual wet paint party and art sale.
Woo woo.
Whoop, whoop. Super excited to be here with you in the internet land. But this is new and different for us. Well, for me, because I'm old, but
For me too.
usually for the wet paint party, we will be gathering together at Sacred Heart Cultural Center, and we would be able to connect with our family and friends and
Right.
artists and be fabulous, and then buy and see up close and personal some amazing art, some wonderful artists, and get a wonderful fashion show and some food and beverage.
Yes.
So,
Definitely. Definitely the fashion show.
right,
This is Augusta made here, by the way. Just wanted to let you all know.
right,
It's made right here in Augusta.
exactly.
Fashionista, Mr. Jones acquired this from Musicated. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot right now.
Hey, you gotta say I'm wearing my piece. My
Oh
piece.
yeah, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't think that far in advance, but that's fine. So next time I'll be ready for the red carpet or whatever kind of carpet we have to deal with. Well, we've got a really exciting evening. Um,
Oh
we've got
yeah.
an exciting experience that we have curated for you, and by we mean the Arts Council, the Planning Committee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, in addition to being able to virtually view and browse the auction catalog, we'll be able to visit a couple of house parties.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we're gonna go and visit some house parties, and we'll save those till later. It'll be a surprise. We're going to make and we're gonna make a signature drink.
Yep, from
Right,
Second City. Yep.
right. Second City Distillery. We are going to. What else are we gonna do? Lots of
Oh,
stuff. But the
we have our history tribute.
yes. So tonight, this entire event we've dedicated to the well, it's a celebration.
Yeah,
So
I like
in addition to
celebration.
celebrating local art and artists, we're going to celebrate a wonderful artist who left us just a little while ago,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Philip Morseberger. So we're going to have a wonderful tribute to him that was produced by the Morris Museum of Art back in
Right, right.
2015. So I'm really excited to share that with you. We've got to thank the sponsors, right?
Yes,
Because without
yes,
them, this wouldn't be possible.
absolutely.
So let me find my list of sponsors, and I should have made this much larger. So I'm just gonna bring my
It's
little
cool. It's
list
a
over
house
here.
party.
Yes, a
We're
house party.
relaxing, chillaxing.
So this event, virtual and otherwise, would not be possible without our sponsors. And of course, we are here because the Greater Augusta Arts Council is fabulous, and this is an annual membership event. So if you're watching this and you're not a member, then you should be. And if you are a member, then you should invite other people to become members of the Arts Council. And
That's
we'll tell you
right.
a little bit more about the Arts Council a little bit later. But our sponsors for this evening are the City of Augusta, Layer TI, Advanced Services, Second City
Distillery.
Distilling Company,
Yes.
Second City Distilling Company, Vintage Uli, Red Wolf Advertising. Right? Can we give them a nice round of applause? Super duper awesome. So we're very happy to be here. We've got a really robust program to bring to you here on this wonderful virtual platform. I want to encourage you to, if you're so that you're not taken by surprise, you can see the lineup on the Greater Augusta Arts Council's Facebook page, so you can find that. But we're gonna go to I'm not sure if that was our cue to do something. Okay, great. We're going to hear some memories of Mr. Morseberger, and then we're going to watch the first segment of the documentary, the film, Motivated by Color. And so we'll be right back after that. So enjoy.
Oriented, always more interested in what was going on in your studio, what was going on in your art life than what was going on in his own. He was the epitome of an encourager, and I can fully understand why his students adored him so. But as a friend, I benefited greatly from his encouragement as well. He came to my exhibits, he visited my studio. He always showed genuine interest in my work. In short, he took me seriously as an artist, and for that I will forever be grateful. Towards the end of Philip's TEDx talk, he mentioned that phenomenon of sensing that your art heroes are in the studio with you. And he warned that if El Greco or Vermeer or Van Gogh should be looking over your shoulder, you'd better be working, and you'd better be working honestly, and you'd better be taking risks. Philip Morseberger, without question, was, is, and will always be an art hero of mine. And I do think of him often. I sense his presence in my studio from time to time, and I consider that comment he made during his TEDx talk. I sense him looking over my shoulder, keeping me honest, challenging me to take risks. So thank you, Philip, for all your encouragement in the past, all your encouragement in the present, and encouragement that I know will continue. Thanks.
Well, I remember at about 3½, going to see my mother's parents after church one Sunday, and my grandfather, called Philip Burgess, got out a copy of the Baltimore Sunday Sun that had come out that morning, selected a photograph of someone on the front page, and taking a soft lead pencil, attacked the photograph, knocking out a tooth, putting on some whiskers, drawing eyeglasses on them, and then transformed this person, whether it was Roosevelt or who else, I don't know, but did a magical transformation. And I thought, oh, that's absolute magic. And I asked if I could have the pencil, please. He found me another head, Wilkie or somebody. And I knocked out the tooth, put in the whiskers, drew the glasses on, did the same things that he'd done. But I thought, this is magic. And I never really wanted to do anything else after that.
To begin, Philip believes in the validity of painting. He doesn't question it. He likes to quote Van Gogh, "When in doubt about painting, paint."
From these years and understanding of Philip's work, he doesn't attack a canvas with a real clear plan of what he's going to do. The canvas just kind of talks to him and dictates as he applies color and works through his painting.
Philip's drawings, both as a student and as a professor, were extraordinarily skilled. And he has a very deft touch and can use a line like a Florentine master.
Philip has a very unique voice, and it comes out of Philip's personality. When I went into the studio, you're overwhelmed by color, saturation of color everywhere, and canvases everywhere. And you think, how can this man who is thin and wiry, how can he produce such a huge body of work? It does seem like it's magical. It just comes out.
He's always out of canvas. He paints so, I won't say fast, but he paints so much. Plus, have you seen Philip's palette? Those colors, he answered every day, and it's just a huge accretion over the years of these piles of paint, more like towers.
He is a man who's been making art for 75 years, really. I mean, starting as a youngster, he's been making art in one form or another since he was a boy.
Yeah, I was given a scholarship to the Maryland Institute, which is now the Maryland Institute College of Art. I was 12, and I liked that very, very much. And of course, it was at a time when the Maryland Institute was a very conservative, artistically conservative institution, all about drawing, observational work. This was a summer program. It wasn't a big deal. But it did certainly have a big impact on my thoughts about all kinds of things. Subsequently, when I went off to art school at Carnegie Tech, as it then was, I was surprised to find that everything was abstract expressionism. And 3 years before me, Warhol had a terrible time getting through the place because he was interested in the figure, narrative things, comedic drawings, and they gave him a dreadful time. And they subsequently did me too, but it all came out right in the end. I was drafted during the Korean conflict and ended up, ironically, as a military policeman at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and was just about to be sent off to Korea with other members of my battalion when I was called in by the battalion commander, a man called Ken Thomas, I'll never forget him, who said he'd got a requisitioned to send one soldier to Paris, to Supreme Headquarters, Allied Powers Europe, SHAPE headquarters. And he thought, given my background, perhaps I could handle that. And I said, oh, well, I guess I could possibly put up with that. And in short order, I was in Paris. And it was everything I'd ever dreamt it might be. I loved it. I was there for the better part of a year. Drawing nights at La Grande Chaumière. Anyway, I got out and I thought, I've got 2 more years of GI Bill, and I'm going to go back to Paris and study with Fernand Léger or something. You could do that after World War II. And when I looked into it, I was told they weren't doing that anymore. There were only 2 schools in Europe where you could still study art under the GI Bill. One was the Edinburgh College of Art in Edinburgh, Scotland. The other was the Ruskin School at Oxford. And I thought, well, I've heard of Oxford. I'll apply, just on the wild off chance of getting in. And to my amazement, I was accepted. But my motive was just to get as close to Paris as I could. Oxford was just a means of getting close to Paris. But once I got to Oxford, and that really changed everything forever. Well, the Ruskin master was a wonderful man called Percy Horton, who was an exquisite draftsman with an uncanny eye for accurate depicting of whatever it was he was analyzing, studying. And the whole program was about, well, it started with drawing from the Greeks and Romans, and when one had demonstrated some reasonable prowess in that area, we were allowed to approach the figure. And it was a question of getting it down as it actually was. In other words, one learned to see. Now, I realized that I'd never really learned how to see. I was painting out of my head. I was painting from all kinds of things over the years and drawing. But to actually see the world, that was a wake-up. The school, when I went there as a student, was housed in the Ashmolean Museum. And that was marvelous because if one were having a problem drawing the figure, the faculty person on the job that day would say, let's just go up to the print and drawing room and look at some Raphaels. And they had these incredible collections of Raphael, Da Vinci, and you could get them out, sit them on little tabletop easels and copy them. What an amazing opportunity. So I studied under Rodrigo Moynihan, John Piper, Lawrence Toynbee, Arnold's son. It was quite a lineup of wonderful painters. And they were all dedicated to careful observational work. Color, I learned to see color. That was the really great breakthrough moment.
Hey guys, in this whole virtual realm, things happen. We have technical difficulties. So what we're going to do, because we don't want you to miss out on this awesome, awesome tribute, we're going to run some of those parts back real quick because, it's Augusta history. So we want to make sure that you get back to it. Take it away, tech team.
I'm not known as being the world's best driver, but Philip always wanted to go places. And so he always talked me into driving him different places. And we once got lost coming from the Westaboo to his studio because I'm such an excellent driver. And as we were popping over the railroad tracks, he just lifts his arms and starts yelling, "Yay! What an adventure! I love driving with Shannon because it's always an adventure." And that's really one of my favorite memories.
Good evening. I don't know how many of you watching might have seen Philip Morseberger's 2014 TEDx talk, but I'm going to begin my remarks in a similar fashion. Philip was initially going to just wing it and then decided that his subject matter was too important to do that. And similarly, in honoring Philip tonight, this is too important for me to just wing it. So I've written down a few notes, a few thoughts that I'd like to share with you. As an artist and art enthusiast, I knew of Philip Morseberger and his remarkable work long before I had the privilege of knowing him personally. Then several years ago, I had the good fortune to be invited to join a group of artists who met weekly for libations and lively art conversations. Philip was among this group. In fact, you could say he was the group's catalyst. Philip's approachable and affable manner made it easy for newcomers to feel comfortable in this group of art royalty. Philip was other-oriented, always more interested in what was going on in your studio, what was going on in your art life, than what was going on in his own. He was the epitome of an encourager, and I can fully understand why his students adored him so. But as a friend, I benefited greatly from his encouragement as well. He came to my exhibits, he visited my studio. He always showed genuine interest in my work. In short, he took me seriously as an artist, and for that I will forever be grateful. Towards the end of Philip's TEDx talk, he mentioned that phenomenon of sensing that your art heroes are in the studio with you. And he warned that if El Greco or Vermeer or Van Gogh should be looking over your shoulder, you'd better be working, and you'd better be working honestly, and you'd better be taking risks. Philip Morseberger, without question, was, is, and will always be an art hero of mine. And I do think of him often. I sense his presence in my studio from time to time, and I consider that comment he made during his TEDx talk. I sense him looking over my shoulder, keeping me honest, challenging me to take risks. So thank you, Philip, for all your encouragement in the past, all your encouragement in the present, and encouragement that I know will continue. Thank you.
All righty then. Thank you so very much for your patience with running that whole thing back. We're getting the audio issues ironed out, but what a wonderful tribute to
Definitely.
Mr. Morseberger. He has such a great legacy. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the film, the short film. That was a little bit about his early life, his education. And I learned just so much from that. So I'm really excited to watch the rest of it. Coming up, we have the signature cocktail
Yes.
video.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. So there's a recipe, right, for this cocktail. And I don't know if you guys in TV land, as I used to say back when I was young, have that or have your drinks already, but surely you have something to beverage with. But this is the Second City Distillery bourbon. And we're going to watch the next video. The next clip that we watch is going to be of our fearless leader, Brenda Durant, demonstrating how to make this cocktail. And what we're going to do while we're watching this is we're going to go make it as well.
If we can follow directions.
If we can follow
Hopefully.
directions. But let me tell you what. So we got the 2 ounces of the bourbon, 1 ounce of honey ginger syrup, 1 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice.
Fresh squeeze, yes.
And then a garnish of sugared ginger, right?
And didn't you make some sugar ginger?
Sugar ginger the other day, and I tell you, we only had to turn the fire alarm off maybe one time, maybe once.
Maybe no, I think you made it through without the fire alarm.
It was close. It was close though. But I'm growing ginger, and so I was really interested in when I saw the recipe. I was like, I gotta figure out how to do this whole thing. So, but I bought the ginger from the store. So anyway, we'll check that out. So we're gonna during this next segment, we are going to go on our own and make this cocktail while you watch Brenda make it on this clip, and then we're going to have some footage from days gone by when we were able to gather at Sacred Heart and Julian Smith Casino, and you'll see some familiar faces. And a few folks who aren't with us anymore. You know, Gregor is in the video. Some of the artists who just aren't, who either aren't here with us in the city or just aren't here, period. And so it was really, I encourage you to just kind of watch a couple of the, you know, see if you see yourself in there. And I did read the comments, and there was a question, are we going to be able to watch this later? And we're going to figure that out.
Yes.
You can watch it.
Just in.
Yeah.
We can watch this later. You can definitely watch it later. You can watch it over and over again. And you know what else you can do over and over again? You can support the Greater Augusta Arts Council over and over again. So please send in those donations. Show us some love. If you love the arts and the heart, if you like the wet paint parties in previous years, and I know you're going to love this one because Karen and I are sitting here, we're the hosts. So you're definitely going to love this one as well. Did you just take a shot?
No, I did not take a shot. I did not. I just held
I thought we had to be good today.
No, I did not do that. Not just now, but maybe in a moment. But yeah, we this is of course our annual membership drive, and so usually what happens is it's really easy, cut and dry. You buy a ticket to the event. It covers your membership. You come in, you're fabulous, to have a great time. You buy some wonderful art. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the art later, but I want to encourage you to shop and browse and register and get your credit card ready, because we'll talk about this a little bit later, but we had several pieces that we're going to talk about. And one of them we can't talk about anymore because it was bought outright.
It was so
rude.
I know.
So we're going to come back to that a little bit later and talk about that.
But we have music now.
But we have music coming up now.
People going to be singing tonight, y'all. Singing!
I know. I know. And so I listened to the clip of this earlier, and like 2 seconds in, this guy, he just said, ooh, and I was like, ooh, you know.
No, it's like this. It's like this. You got to do with your finger. Ooh.
Yeah. He did all that. Augusta's, you know, we call him Augusta's musical genius. I just call him the musical genius.
Facts.
One of my favorite musicians in the entire universe. Amazing person. We're going to hear an original tune from the one and only Trey McLaughlin.
Durant with the Greater Augusta Arts Council, and I'm excited. It's the Wet Paint Party and Art Sale Week, and I'm going to teach you how to make a wet paint party drink. Before we do, I want to let you know that we're celebrating and honoring the artist Philip Morseberger this year at the Wet Paint Party. So I thought no better place to make the drink than in front of my painting by Philip Morseberger. I hope you enjoy watching the video and seeing Philip's wonderful painting. Again, I'm Brenda Durant. This week we're having our virtual wet paint party. The auction is open. You can start bidding on the over 100 paintings right now at home, in bed, in your chair, your most comfortable chair, wherever you want. But I always know that bidding goes better if you have a great drink in hand. So this year I'm going to teach you how to make the Cure. Our sponsor, Second City Bourbon, is the best bourbon for this drink, the Cure. So first, I've got my shaker nice and cold. Get rid of the ice. Did I put the top on too tight? No, I'm good. And first thing we're going to do is put 2 ounces of bourbon in the shaker. And we have a great jigger from the Augusta National that's 2 ounces. So in it goes. But I've been a good girl this week, so get a little bit more. Good girl. Put that back. You can see someone's been in my bottle of Second City already. Who could it be? In addition to that, we're going to add 1 ounce of our honey ginger mixture. So in that goes, we do have 1 ounce jigger in our house, not just a 2 ounce. And added to that, we put another ounce jigger of some fresh squeezed lemon juice. And that goes in. We put a little bit more ice in here. Give it a good shake. Jigger's already cold. And we strain it into a double old-fashioned glass. Now, a drink is not a drink without a garnish. And the garnish for this is sugared ginger. So drop that in there. Now, the best part is we have to taste it. Oh yes, and I do like my drinks cold. I'm gonna throw some ice in there. Now, how to make the honey ginger syrup. You take a cup of honey, a cup of water, boil it for a few minutes, starts getting thick, drop some peeled fresh ginger, peeled sliced fresh ginger in there, put it in the refrigerator overnight, let it steep, and then strain the ginger out, and you have your honey ginger water. You can keep that in the refrigerator and have drinks all week. Now, if you're a little impatient, who would be impatient, you can always buy some ginger stirring paste, and then you would just boil up your honey water, stir in the ginger, shake it up, and strain it, and there's no weight on that. Have you ever seen fresh ginger? If you haven't, here you go. So this is the lovely item that you would cut off about 6 inches, peel, slice, 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 and boil up with your honey water. Now, if you're not familiar with the Wet Paint Party and Sale, it's a fabulous party, and this year our theme is just being happy, kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, working together. We thought that Philip Morseberger's art really showed that theme of happiness, moving towards the light, and working together. And so we think this drink, you can get online, go to our website, augustaarts.com.
blessing to see people with their hands up to the sky still. 'Cause honestly, for the same people, life can be so real. I'm amazed by all your strength, I am. And I'm grateful you come through, yeah. So I take this time to stop a moment and show my gratitude. I put my hands in the air for you. I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you're going through. Put my hands in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. Put my hands in the air for love. Everybody sing it together, sing a new song. Hands in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. Many mighty ships are sinking. Many stars are falling down, yeah. And I count it as a blessing that you hold me up now. I can tell that you've been praying. My whole world is turned around, yeah, yeah. And I can't go without saying I thank God for you all now. Put my hands in the air for you. I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you're going through. Hands in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. Put my hands in the air for love. Everybody sing it together, sing a new song. Hands in the air, the truth is beautiful, beautiful. Say, I, let me hear you sing it. Say, I. Say, Say, oh, I'm alright. Just want you to know you're beautiful. Sing together, sing a new song. You're beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Come on, beautiful people. Sing yeah. Say yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so we're back. Love the music, and we took the liberty of making drinks. So let's, as Scooter was
For the record, Karen made these drinks. I didn't make these.
Haters.
Cheers.
All right, it's us.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. It's a lot. It's very gingery. So we're gonna we're gonna hook up with
Hey, Christy!
OMG.
Let's see what Christy's doing over here.
Did y'all mean to tune into us? Is it our turn? They're like, what is happening?
Christy said she's having a good old time, even though we can't hear her.
Christy said what? She's having a good time. Hey, happy, get up.
There she goes.
Right, you need to be front and center of the camera and just walk in and back out slowly.
Christy, what's going on over there?
You're live. We're live.
I know. I miss your face.
We have Elvis. We have. You know who this is. Good concert. We're having our own happy party. Everybody.
See it. That is like super duper.
Hey, where's the Second City cocktail we got going on here?
You got yours. We have ours.
Look, we're doing our ginger in our Second City right now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, are y'all having a good time?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of mad we didn't get the dress code. We didn't get the information about what to wear.
Oh, I said I was just gonna look fabulous.
Okay.
We were thinking that if it was a wet paint party, we would normally have Uli doing costumes and making people look fabulous. So we brought in the home run hitter here, and then we ended up looking like this, and now we don't know how we take these off and go back to real life, because this is who we are now.
You just got to keep them on. Just keep them
We
on
just gotta
till.
keep 'em on.
Yeah.
Just keep them on until Monday. I mean.
Yeah, Monday would be a good day to take it off.
I mean, it's going to be hard to get in the car, but we're going to make it work.
You know, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Just make some more of this delicious cocktail. It's the gingerly cocktail. You'll be.
I mean, we like ginger. Hey, how's the art auctions going?
The art auctions are going pretty well so far. That we've seen a lot of. I think there's been 3 or 4. There's been quite a few that have already been sold. The bids are still going.
We're bidding here too. We're also bidding on the gift certificates.
Wait, there's
yes.
More gift cards. $900 worth of restaurant gift cards.
Tell us about it.
They well, I wish I could take credit, but I have to give Ryan Abel and Lee Little and all our people on the board great props for raising $900 in local restaurant gift cards. And so you can go buy your raffle tickets at the auction and get them yourself. But I want to win. I love to eat out. So does Uli, so we'll share.
Exactly.
I don't think that was what it was supposed to sound like, but it is what it is.
I didn't say anything. I was just drinking this gingerly cocktail. It was so delicious.
You didn't even notice that anything could sound awry.
Second City Distilling Company gingerly cocktail.
Right. The cure.
Yeah,
it's
ginger.
Delicious. The
like
Cure.
It is.
Uli,
the cure. Like I already feel like warm and
better. You know, I had like a little.
You have to talk about the drink like what's the guy like Guy Harvey, the ginger,
Guy Ferretti.
lemon.
Yes.
The
Guy
the ice. The ice is so cold in the cup, and the way that it condensates on the glass, on the copper, it's so amazing.
I think we should talk about it like Gordon Ramsay.
Exactly.
That's me.
Well,
Gordon Ramsay probably just threw him like it's disgusting.
Without the word, without the jazz language.
The bleep beep 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 beep. I don't think.
Hey, how much fun do you think the people who are watching this live is having watching this interaction?
Hey, I'm having a great time.
I'm pretty sure this is the highlight of the 5 minutes. They go, "What happened at that house party?"
This is the greatest.
Right.
We literally dressed kids up in Elvis
costumes. But I really want to check
their glasses?
in this house party.
Right, they're hanging in.
Actually, no. You know what? After we finish, we have to go there.
Yes.
We're gonna just go there.
More gold. That's what you needed. More gold.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're crashing your party.
It's looking good. I better win.
Okay, so we hope we win.
But what about Trey? Did you all enjoy Trey?
We loved Trey. We
I
he
want
was
to
so
learn
good.
how to sing
Jamie
like Trey.
loved
I'm
him.
telling you, it's the ooh, you see that? How you saw how he turned his head and
Oh, he did that.
how he did that? You got to do it with your fingers.
Are we? It's like Christina Aguilera, kinda.
No.
head.
Because when Trey
No,
does
that's
it,
not
he's
right.
on key. There's a different situation with that. one.
It's not like you're reaching for the stars. He was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But you got to follow
Got
the
it.
notes like this. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's why I sing opera. Give me 5 notes and I'm good.
It's very different. Hey, I hope y'all have a lot of fun. I hope we raise a lot of money tonight.
Yes,
Definitely.
thank you, and we're gonna come and check you out as soon as we're done over here.
Hey, cut loose and break free. We're here. I've got dinner ready. Come eat.
Yes. Is it shepherd's pie?
No, I made chicken enchiladas this time.
Okay, we're on the way.
We'll be over
Yes,
there.
soon. Love you guys.
See ya.
Thank
Happy
you
wet
so much.
paint. Bye.
Thank you so much, very much, Christy. Oh my gosh. for having.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that, about what's going on over there. OMG! So we're going to, for this next segment, we're going to meet a couple of artists who have pieces in the show, and we would love for you to check them out. So we're going to start with, we're going to get Michael Lindsay, Silong Chen, and Erica Pestecki.
Hi, I'm Mike. I am an Augusta artist, and I have lived in the area since about 1976, so most of my life. I paint on canvas with acrylic, mostly, and I like to paint animals, both domestic and wild, and lately I've done a lot of pet portraits for people as commission work, and then also some underwater scenes of different underwater wildlife. And this is Buttercup, but I call her Butter for short. She is my new housemate. She's almost 5 months old, and she's been living here for, tomorrow will be 4 weeks. And we are getting along very well. We are bonding. But I love animals, I love painting animals, and that's most of what I do.
Hello, my name is Silong. Most people call me Fox. I'm a local photographer, artist here in the central Savannah River area. I want to kind of show you my studio, or I call it my throne. This desk triple downs as my studio desk, as my study desk. As you see my books here, I'm in graduate school, and my work desk in case if my employer had asked me to remote work due to the pandemic. So this is where I do 90% of my work. As you can see, I do have an office, and sometimes I do some of the work there as well, but really the majority of my life is spent at this desk because it's tied into my work, it's tied into my study, it's tied into my art, so I spend a lot of time here. And I like how many people have asked, so which one came first? Is it the chicken or the egg? You know, did you do it for a job and then you do it for a hobby, or did you do it for a hobby and then you do it for a job? Which one came first? So I have to say I've always been an artist. When I was born and raised in Taiwan, I grew up watching anime and I did a lot of fan art. So I've always had an artistic brain. And now when I came over here to the U.S., I discovered computers, and I really started doing a lot of graphic design, Photoshop, and my art really became from pencil and paper to tablet and stylus. And so when I got to a professional career, there are actually demands for, especially in the marketing and communication field, they have demands for graphic designer, photographers, and videographer. And I kind of became the happy combination of all of it. I have to say I never learned graphic design in school. I started as a hobby first, doing a lot of these stuff for anime and fan art. But then as I got older, I continued to bring the skills with me to my actual job, and from traditional media to digital media, and but I still continue to do photography and graphic design on the side as a hobby. So you can see a lot of these photo booths that I have. I bring my photo booth to conventions. Cosplayers would dress up and they would interact with different backgrounds. And that's that's been a very popular thing, I realized. And aside from, just going around trying to make money, I like to do some traditional scenery and animal wildlife pictures. This is my trusty bag. I've had this bag with me for a while, and I collected buttons, but I have a lot of my equipment in here. My camera equipment and my different lenses and accessories for my camera that help me to get the best pictures out there. And these are some of the wildlife or nature photography. As you can see, I'm really a mash of all different kinds of digital art. This is my throne where I produce my work, but then later I'm going to show you some of my actual work in the gallery, which is aka my living room. Okay, so here is my living room, aka my gallery. I tend to participate in gallery shows across the CRSRA, and then the Greater Augusta Arts Council. They've helped a lot in collaborating artists and finding art spaces for artists to display their work. And I've also been a member of the Gertrude Herbert Institute of Art. So anytime I have a show, I would select my photos, certain photos to be framed, and I will deliver them to a gallery space, most of the time downtown. But after the show, they come back in my living room. So here are some of my work. I do have a few pieces that are still in the gallery. There is one currently in Augusta and Company downtown. And I have also collect art from other artists in the area as well. So a few of these photography pieces aren't actually mine, but I like to purchase that from other artists. So you can see my living room is decorated with my art and other art from the local artists, local community. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy the little tour of my house. And hope you guys like what I have for the Wet Paint Art Sales 2021. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Don't you drink the bourbon like you all? Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Lawrence Olivier, also known as Chigwana Chere. And I am here to talk to you about the fine art that you have in your city called Augusta, Georgia. It is a beautiful art city, as you all know. And just to tell you a little bit, I am a curator of such arts myself. And if you want to know anything about art and you don't know who I am, then you just don't know art. So I want to tell you a little bit about some of these pieces in this wet paint party, some of my crowd favorites, as I like to call them. The first one is by a new artist, actually a group of new artists called the Farmer Musician Chickens. This one is called the Ode to Chanticleer. It's mixed art with chicken feet and maggots, and it glows under a glow light. Make sure that you bid on this one. This is going to be a rare find. You probably won't find it again. unless that guy there, farmer musician, decides to do something with the chickens. And also these chickens play piano as well, by the way. So make sure you get that one. And I will go on to the next one. The next one that we have, oh, this is my favorite. Just like me, it's called Black Cherry, or like how I like to say, Noir de Cherry. Yes, this one is done by one called Stephanie Willingham, and it's also mixed art. I tell you, this is a gorgeous piece. If you don't get it, then I will have to just add it to my collection. You know, I'm like Michael Jackson. I don't bring my things home. I just leave them in the gallery. Excuse me. And we're going to our next piece. This one is what we like to call Warrior Goddess. Marsha Rowe is no, excuse me. This is Gold is Melancholy. Gold is Melancholy. Yes, yes. This piece is by Jessica Crow. It is now up for auction as well. I love this piece because the lips of the woman are so luscious. They are so luscious lips. I love this piece. Now we go to the next last one here. And this one, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you don't get this piece, I honestly don't know what's wrong with you. Someone is snickering at me because my accent went from French to English to Australian all in one time, but it does not matter because I am Chiguana Cherry and I am the curator of all Augusta art. But I will tell you about this piece. This is Warrior Goddess by Marsha Rowe. Marsha Rowe. I love the copper. You know, copper in your house gives you so much energy. So much energy. So as I've said, and I've said it before, if you have not bidded on any of these pieces, you should do it now before I take them all for myself. Definitely, you should take them all. Now, I do want to tell you about a few things. That's the auction. Yes, the auction is open until tomorrow. So make sure you get your bids in. Remember those pieces that I just showed you? Those are only a few of the amazing pieces that we have. But now it is time for me to bid adieu because you all cannot pay me enough for all of my fabulousness here. So with that being said, I would like to present to you two things that we have coming, amazing things. We have Augusta's best R&B jazz band and fast lady, the lady and the gents will be giving us a rendition, a proportion of amazingness. And also then after that, we'll hear more from Motivated by Color. We'll continue the legacy that we were just watching before. So stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned.
Come on, come along, take a ride. There's a party over here that ain't no job. It's live, it's all the way live. Don't even have to walk, don't even have to drive. Just slide, slip and slide. Forget about the troubles of your 9 to 5. Just sail along, that's what you just sail along. Now this groove's so funky, hey, what do you think? What's it called? It's called the Lakeside Stand. Come along and ride on the fantastic buoyant. Come along and ride on the fantastic buoyant. I'm the captain of this vessel. We wanna take you on a cruise all around the land. Music is at hand. We wanna play it for you. You see, we want to be a crew of entertainment. Jam to the jam, to the beat. Jam, yeah, don't let nothing come along, take a ride. There's a party over here that ain't no jive. It's live, vibes all the way live. Don't even have to walk, don't even have to ride. Just slide, slip it, slide. Forget about your troubles and your 9 to 5. Just sail along, that's what you do. Just sail along. Now the crew's so fucking, hey, what do you think? What's it called? It's called the Lakeside Stand. If you're ready to party and you wanna get down, bring your mom, your pop, and your brother to drink down. Bring Auntie M and Toto too, and all the party people to do there too. We'll dance and rock to the early lights. Say, hey, we're feeling alright, so come along, take a ride. There's a party over here that ain't no jive. We're living here in a cloud of smoke, and that's all. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know you want to slow down. You've been working too hard and that's a fact. Sit back and relax a while. Take some time to laugh and smile. Lay your head below down so we can have a kick back. It seems we never take the time to do all the things we want to, yeah. Baby, we can do it, take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Baby, we can do it, take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Take your time, baby. Let's do it. Take your time. Let's do it. Hey, let's do it. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. You said I'm so crazy. Coming home intoxicated. I said I just wanna love you. I guess that's why I'm so elated. Give it to me, baby. Just give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. I make you holler, your head enough. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Just give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me. Give me that stuff, that sweet funk. Oh! Give it to me, what you say? Give it to me right away. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me, what you say? Give it to me right away. Give it to me. Give it to me. Babe, what's your phone now? I know I'm kind of fast, but I hate to waste time. Babe, what's your phone now? Girl, I had to ask, 'cause you're so fine. 777-93-11. I wanna spend the night with you if that's alright. 777-93-11. Oh, baby, please, can I come tonight? See, oh, oh, what's that spell? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ain't nobody bad like me. Boy, I'm so cool. There's a brand new dance, and it's called the bird. You don't need no finesse or no personality. You just need two arms and a napkin. Everybody sing along with me. Come on now, what? Hallelujah. Oh, everybody say what? Hallelujah. Oh, say rock, rock, holly rock. Everybody wanna holly rock. You say rock, rock, holly rock. Come on, say rock, rock, holly rock. Everybody wanna holly rock. You say rock, rock, holly rock. Everybody wanna holly rock. Look out now, what? Hallelujah. Oh, everybody say what? Hallelujah. Oh, my jungle love. Yeah. Oh, we, oh, we, oh. Girl, I wanna know ya, know ya. Jungle love. Yeah. Oh, we, oh, we, oh. Girl, I'd like to show ya, show ya. I said, I've been watching you. I think I wanna know ya, know ya. I said, I'm a little dangerous. And girl, I wanna show ya. Yeah, 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 jungle love. Yeah, oh, we, oh, we, oh. Girl, I wanna know ya, know ya. My jungle love. Yeah, oh, we, oh, we, oh. Girl, I like to show ya, show ya. Come on now, what? Hallelujah. Oh, everybody say what? Hallelujah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm loath to write the ubiquitous artist statement. Philip's not so keen on it either, I don't think, because I saw one publication. He was asked to please submit your artist statement. He wrote 3 words with 3 punctuations: color, color, color.
He's motivated by color in the way that many artists are, but in his case, he's had the good fortune to be able to play with it, and I mean that in a literal sense, that he describes it as pushing paint around a canvas. And so he'll take a brush and start working a canvas until some form that has evolved on the surface of the canvas reminds him of something that he wants to explore. And so a drawing will evolve from that, and an image will evolve from that.
Well, I guess one could say that I paint and paint until I find a painting. On the easel behind you, there's a painting at the moment that says Thomas Jefferson School number 232, which was my elementary school in Baltimore. And I've got a few heads starting to appear. And where that's going, I just can't imagine. But it started with this feeling of wanting to revisit that time of my childhood, I guess, and made me feel good to see those words appear on canvas. So more recently, a lot of these paintings start with words that please me for whatever reason. And then the thing takes over and one hangs onto the brush for dear life.
Interestingly, he studied at Oxford University and then proceeded immediately on graduation to move to Oxford, Ohio, where he taught at Miami University. But then he spent time at Harvard and at Dartmouth and then Buffalo and Rochester, New York before his return to England, and a 13-year stint as the Ruskin Master of Drawing at Oxford in the Ruskin School.
The Ruskin School of Drawing, my understanding, was starting to fade, and there were people even on the board there that wanted to close it down. And Philip campaigned to keep it open and helped to save this institution that was alive from the 1800s. And as I looked at the list of the masters, the Ruskin School of Drawing masters, Philip's name was on the list with maybe, I think it was less than a dozen names. He was the only American on that list, the only American master of drawing at the Ruskin School to this day.
He is the man who actually turned it into a degree-granting program. It was not even seen as a separate school within the university, though it was more than 100 years old at the time that he joined the faculty there. He's the man who turned it into a degree-granting program. And subsequent to that, he returned to the United States and taught in Minnesota and then two different prominent schools, the University of California at Berkeley and the California College of Arts and Design. So he'd had this unusually varied career. Reciting it this way makes it sound as if he's a guy who can't hold a job. But in point of fact, he is a restless personality, as reflected in his art, who simply seeks different kinds of experiences periodically. And when you ask Philip about this, he'll almost invariably tell you, well, I just got restless. It was time to do something different.
The Morris Eminent Scholarship started at Augusta College by my family. We've had several scholars. Philip Morseberger was the second one, I think. He came here in 1996 and has made a wonderful contribution to the arts community in Augusta, to the scholarship at the school, to the teaching of students, to the interaction with this museum, and with the various arts groups in our community.
When he arrived, he brought here with him an expansive worldview based on his extraordinarily rich life experience.
He had already been here 2 years when I arrived, and I went to visit his studio, which was a lovely small studio on the ASU campus in a two-story kind of a little house, freestanding house. And Philip had his beautiful upstairs. I remember there were big windows, and he was doing complete abstractions at that point. I think looking out of the window at all the beautiful foliage and trees and everything that was on the campus was really inspiring to him.
There was rarely an opening in Augusta, a concert in Augusta, a gathering in Augusta that concerned the arts where the Morsebergers weren't present. And if they weren't, it was always preceded by an apologetic telephone call from Philip explaining precisely why it was that they couldn't be there.
I think the length of term for the scholarship was 5 years, and after that expired, he set up a studio here.
Well, I've been here for 18 years, is it? Or
19.
Which is the longest I've ever lived anywhere in my life. Well, this studio is as much a reason as anything. The fact that it's here and it's here for me to use. It's been a great gift. I find a very congenial group of neighbors and of fellow artists. There's really quite a nice group of working artists in Augusta. And we get together on Friday afternoons and have a drink or two and talk about life and all.
I think it's been wonderful for the community as well. He brings in people like Christopher Lloyd for a dinner party, or Priscilla Tolkien to Augusta. He's brought in so many artists and writers and curators and critics and that really rally around him, that have been very influential in Augusta and of bringing attention to the art scene in Augusta, from the Morris Museum of Art to George Regents University's amazing art department, and Gertrude Herbert on the planning committee for a lot of the exhibitions. He's been very instrumental in a lot of different aspects of the visual arts community in Augusta that's had a lasting impact.
We've shown his work on 3 different occasions during my tenure. 2 paintings exhibitions, and then one, a charming exhibition of his drawings that be paired with Anita Huffington's sculpture.
There was a show of a painter's work in the gallery at the University of Arkansas, and I saw a painting there that had Philip Morseberger's name on it. So I went to the person who had curated that show and I said, Philip Morseberger, I've known him since we were, adolescents, and where is he now? And I wrote and I wrote him a letter and said, we both became artists. So that was the beginning of it, and gradually over the years we began to have painter-sculptor shows, which added another dimension. So it's a wonderful partnership, which I value greatly.
Oh, we are.
Right. So how about Eddie Murphy?
Yes, my girl likes to party all the time, but I'm single. Anyway.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. And I'm having another gingerly drink.
Gingerly drink.
It is delicious though.
It is.
I can dig it. On a hot summer day, I can dig it. But we're not here to talk about that right now because we've already told you all about that goodness. And if you haven't gone and tried the drink yourself, you definitely should. But right now, what we do want to tell you about is this amazing, amazing raffle that we have going on. It's literally $900+ in gift cards, people. $900 and plus in gift cards. You have one ticket is $25. And you can get 5 entries. That's five entries for $100. That's 5 entries for $100 and 1 entry for $25. So the gift cards in this raffle are, we have Abel Brown, $25. Bex, $50. Bodega Ultima, $25. Buona Cafe, $25. Kunkina 503, $50. Fat Man's Hospitality Group, $25 times 2. That means they are 2 $25 gift certificates from Fat Man's Hospitality Group. We have French Market Grill in Surrey Center. We have Frog Hollow Hospitality Group, $50. Harlem Java House, Mellow Mushroom, $25 gift certificates times 4. That's 4 $25 gift certificates. And you can put in 5 entries for $100. How about that, folks? We need to keep going. Now we also have Metro Pub and Coffee House, $50. If you don't want to use that card and you get a raffle, you can just go ahead and give it to me. Double shot of espresso on every Monday. No. This is my solicitation moment right now. See, when we were discussing who wanted to do what first, you should have said you wanted to do this. So now it's my turn.
I like coffee and beverages and adult beverages as well.
Let me keep going. So we got Namaste Indian Street Food, $25. Ray's Coastal Cafe, $25 times 2. Southbound Smokehouse. Now, you know I love Southbound. Southbound has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
They were my first sponsor as Pop-Up Augusta. And I didn't even have to ask. They just said, what do you need?
I know.
I'm going to have to put in for the raffle just so I can get that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me finish. Okay. We have Top Golf over $200. And last but not least, we have Whiskey Bar at $10. And you know what you can get at Whiskey Bar? You can get some amazing burgers. So I'm wearing my Augusta hat because we need to support Augusta. And this is one way that you can support Augusta. And if you're hungry, or if you want to drink, if you want a beverage, if you just want to chill out, this is what you can do. Right. And that's all I have to say about that.
So as Kig said, and even though he said, if you do win this wonderful prize, you can share all of that with him. But I'm here too. And I like to eat, I'm hungry sometimes. But it's like more than $900 worth of gift certificates. And you can win that for just a mere $25. And of course, you increase your chances when you get the 5 for $100. I almost said 100 because I forgot where I was. I thought I was right here at Kig's house, and that's where I am.
No, you're transported into the studio now.
I'm transported into the studio, and I got to tell you, the Cure, this beverage is wonderful. I hope that you are enjoying the beverage of your choice tonight. So let's see. What we're doing next is we're gonna spend some more time with some additional artists.
Sweet.
And the thing I love about this next segment is the artists will again bring you into their personal spaces, into their studios. They'll share their process, their way of work, and their philosophy with you. So with this next segment, we have Francie Klopotic, we have Audrey Jacobson, Beth Droppelman, and Irina Narowski. So please enjoy their videos, and we'll be right back in just a few moments.
Hi, I'm Francie Klopotic. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to Artalicious Artwork Studio. I'm Francie Klopotic. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I moved to Augusta in 2007, and I taught myself how to draw when I was 10. I've been drawing again since about 2018 and have been doing multiple commissions, have been in shows. My first solo show was in September of 2020 at 4P Studios. It was called Phantasmagoria, and a couple of pieces that I'm going to have here are the ones that I'm putting in the wet paint party this year. Let me show you. First one is John Lennon, Give Peace a Chance. This is a mixed media piece. It is graphite with a background of pastel and also some. This one is Janis Joplin with a watercolor background, colored pencil hair, flowers, graphite face, and some collage as well. These pieces are going to be in wet paint this year, and I hope that you enjoy the show. I hope you enjoy the party this year, and I hope to see you around.
Hi everybody, I am Audrey Jacobson. Welcome to the Wet Paint Party. So excited to be part of this year. I am a New York native and have been in Augusta for about 5 years. And this is the first time I participated and I'm just so excited to be here. So welcome and thank you for supporting the arts as always. Like I said, I'm Audrey Jacobson and I just want to introduce myself and show you my studio real quick. I just opened a studio on Central Ave and I'm still making this place home. It's only been a couple weeks. So I'm going to show you around. First, quick introduction. I am an artist and have been for many years. And I am also a massage therapist and coach. And I'm very much interested in the body-mind connection and how it all relates to each other. And art definitely plays a role in our health and our wellness, our creative expression. So that is kind of what I do in my studio is body and soul, the whole connection of everything. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the studio and love to hear from you if you have any questions. And the studio is called Creative Wholeness Studio. I don't have any signage or anything yet, but it's coming. Okay, so here's the studio. I've already begun doing some painting. What I'm mostly doing at the moment is acrylic, ink, watercolor painting, and you can see some things that I've been working on recently. This is the first painting that I completed here in the studio. Hopefully the light is okay. And sort of abstract. So here's some things I've been working on. I'm doing a lot of work with women and women's voices. Here's one of my tables. This wall over here will be a working wall, working area and space. And then this area over here will be for some movement and then art display on the walls. And then, of course, there's a bathroom, and in the back area here is my massage room. And this is where I do what I call body-mind massage, and it's all about communicating with your nervous system, helping you connect with your body, listen to your body, and just really tune in and see what is your body telling you, and how can listening and expressing that help you live a better life. So thanks so much again for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in the studio sometime soon. Okay, have a great day. Night. Bye.
I'm Beth Droppelman. Welcome to my Crow's Nest studio. Let's take a quick tour. This is basically my workspace. I have a lot of paintings on the wall. They're almost all in progress. I like to be able to look at things for a long time and make decisions or get inspired. In a series, I might do 10, 12, 20 paintings in progress. You can see these oysters that I'm currently working on. This is a 36 by 36 commission, and it's really not very far along. Here's some other partially done. Some of them are completed. Playboards. Do a lot of playing around and experimenting with mediums and textures and color palettes. And occasionally I'm using a blowtorch to give me some interesting effects to heat up the paint. And here you see supplies. I use a lot of kitchen tools, spatulas, and this fun thing to roll over the canvas and leave some dots. I've got all kinds of stuff here from Lowe's, my husband's garage. whatever I think will make a great shape or an interesting mark of some sort, I just bring it up here and give it a try. And I have many, 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 many oyster shells. I'm a little bit obsessed, as you can see.
Welcome to my art studio. Here's where I let my creativity and inspiration take form as I look for new challenges as an artist. I easily lose myself in time by the hours here, but in the comfort of my own home. My window view of our plants and forest continues to pull me into my motivation for art and peace. What can I create for you?
We're muted. Thing I really loved about watching the artist videos is getting the chance to take a peek behind the scenes, behind the curtain, to look at, to be able to see their personal space. creative space, right? So from opening up a new spot on Central to having this space within the home, like even like Long was like, this is my gallery is my living room.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the thing that we were able to do with this virtual wet paint party that we've not been able to do previously is to have that personal connection and to
Right.
kind of be in the home like we are here in your home.
Yeah.
Right. So that was like really super duper exciting and unusual, and I love
It
that.
gives you, I mean, it gives a real perspective on what artists do.
Yeah.
And for me, for us, we're musical artists.
Yeah.
And well, a little bit dabble in paint.
A little bit. We do it all.
But it shows you what, the creation of visual artists. Like I love, like you said, is seeing those different spaces where it's not, some people do have a studio.
Yeah.
Like a full-blown brick and mortar studio. Some people,
Right.
their studio is a small room in their home, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
that's like us as musical artists. Our studios and stuff are in our homes. Some people have brick and mortar, so to see those parallels and just artistry as a whole, I mean, it's dope to me.
And then to like hear how the art connects, those all those things overlap, and it's just life. It's just a way of living. So you think, am I an artist? Am I a graphic designer? Am I an engineer? You're all those things. So and it was really cool. I mean, the thing that was really cool for me was to see some of the people that I know
Mhm.
as creatives, but I know them in their like day jobs also. But to be able to experience and to have them to invite us, into their personal space.
Yeah.
And I saw the oh my gosh, the let me when I find her name, I think it was Droppelman who had the oysters and all that. I was like,
Mhm.
to see like all of that, like all over the walls, and the just to see that creative space,
Right.
that was like really that was amazing for me, and it just helped me to make sure, to kind of reinforce that I'm not as crazy. And so when boss man is like, hey, this is getting out of control, this is just normal. That's just how we do it.
It is.
It is.
It's
So
organized chaos.
Organized chaos. So we went from that and had this wonderful tune by JC Ward. JC is an amazing singer songwriter. She's an amazing creative. I met JC when she was like this big. I mean, okay, maybe this big, but she was like 12 or 13 when I met her, and she has blossomed to a wonderful artist in person, and I just love her.
Facts.
Just love her.
I just met her maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And to see her grow as an artist from then till now.
Right.
It's like you gotta like book an appointment with JC now.
Right.
I used to be able to call JC and be like, hey, we got this thing. You want to do this thing? No, I gotta book an appointment with JC.
You gotta like,
hey, that makes me feel good though. Like
you gotta like get on her calendar and that kind of thing.
As long as I can be in the VH1 special and be like, yeah, I remember JC Ward when
That's right. So we got some music going. We're still doing music here. And I know that Christy and her peeps are doing wild and crazy things at their party. We're going to cut to another house party. We're going to see what Lee Little has going on.
Lee!
Whoop, 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 whoop. Ow, 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 ooh, ah. And then we're going to hear some music from the Athens Mid-East Orchestra. And why Athens Mid-East Orchestra? Because Rob Foster.
That's it. And you know what Rob Foster plays?
That's what
he plays, the jazz flute.
He plays.
And anybody who plays the jazz flute is amazing.
He plays all of the things. He plays this.
Well, yeah.
And he plays the Japanese flute to the shakuhachi.
I am not gonna know.
I'm gonna figure it out when we come back.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, okay, Google. What is that Japanese flute called? But we're gonna check out this video from the Athens Mid-East Orchestra. This is one of many ensembles that the Dr. Rob Foster is affiliated with, and so they're doing amazing music. A couple of the musicians in this ensemble have Augusta connections. our students who grew up here and studied here. So let's check them out and
Sweet.
see what we got. We're gonna see Lee first,
Yes.
and then Athens Media Orchestra.
Welcome to our wet paint house party. Lucy and I are so excited. We spent $200 and got 10 entries in the raffle for gift cards to just tons of fabulous restaurants in Augusta. You've got to check it out. Get yours today.
flute.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, it's a shakuhachi. And matter of fact, I remember seeing this flute just recently in Bill and Ted 3. Like, that was a beautiful movie.
Okay.
And I forgot the lady's name, but she is one of the flautists that started using this flute. But I wanted to go back and look it up because Bill and Ted is like a history story. But
okay, yeah.
to know that Rob Foster plays that and the jazz flute makes him even so much cooler than me.
And the sax. And you know he teaches Tai Chi as well.
No!
Yeah, for real.
Get out!
Yeah, at the what?
I didn't know he and I've been trying to take some Tai Chi class. That's why I like moving the water, you know.
Yeah, see.
Don't disrupt
Wax
my feng shui.
on,
Wax on,
wax
wax
on,
on.
wax on. Mm-hmm.
I love it. That's what's up. Oh, and I did get a correction, guys. By the way, Whiskey Bar has a gift card for $100. Just $100. Don't say 100 million. Look, I already messed up one time. I don't want to mess up again. You know, shout out to all the newscasters, Jay Jeffries, all y'all, because clearly, yeah, I flubbed that one up, but I missed a zero. It is $100 coming from Whiskey Bar. And again, with Whiskey Bar too, you know, if you put in for the raffle and you know you might not have a chance to use your gift card, you know, we got some starving artists that are sitting right here.
Clearly, I am not starving.
I hope Jamie can hear me, but like, just cue the small violin.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. So yes, so that so that you know, the gift cards, that raffle, all you need to do is to buy a single. Just get in with $25, or if you get $100, you get 5 entries.
That's it.
And you get $900 worth
$900
product. So and all these restaurants and these businesses are amazing. I'm so grateful. We are so grateful that they donated to this very worthy cause. So wonderful. Listen, we are our night is winding down. So we are
we got a little bit left, right?
We do have a little bit left. What we're going to get to the final section of the Motivated by Color film, the life and art of Philip Morseberger, and keeping in mind that, you know, we're dedicating this wet paint party and art sale in his memory and a celebration of his life, because he meant so much to this community and to the art world, just worldwide. So we're gonna go on to that and watch the last part of this, and then we'll be right back for the closing of our party.
No, the party doesn't stop.
Party goes on.
Philip just has the whole world in his mind and has just a vast, not collision of things, but it's his childhood, it's his heritage, it's coming up to the art world when he did it with abstract expressionism and looking at cartoons as a boy, and his love of his father, and his love of the heritage of painting, his knowledge of color, his creative energy and his physical energy. He has some sort of inner well of strength that just comes out on the canvas.
When he taught at Miami University and Oxford, Ohio, his work was very, the term was coined later actually, but his work was very photorealist. And in fact, in many instances was based on photographs. There are a couple I think that are strikingly memorable. One of the sheriff who was subsequently not indicted or convicted of the murder of the young civil rights workers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, Horner, Cheney, and Goodman. Philip was struck by the image of this man as reproduced in a magazine and did a painting of it that appears to be an indictment of the individual, even though he was otherwise unindicted.
I tell you, I've seen a great transition of Philip and his work through these years since 1998.
And now, for as long as I've known him, he's been working in what Paul Klee would have described as a memory picture. He's a man he's a painter of remembered dreams. And there are characters who populate these dreams, including figures who represent his father and others who represent other family members, pets from his boyhood, experiences along the way of airplane travel and one would assume travel by turtle, because there's this repeated turtle image that shows up in a lot of his work.
Philip shares a personal incident where he wasn't allowed to have a dog when he was growing up, but he could have a turtle. And so this turtle has become a character now in the paintings. You see the hats that are flying away, and Philip might give reference to a father and the hats the father wore, and the father's no longer with his hat. They're dogs playing pianos, things that Philip may not talk about in length, but you just kind of get hints of the personal biography of this man. I do think that there are paintings recently that could be considered more didactic than past, but I do think that all of Philip's work gives the message of a better world, of the potential of something beyond the mundane, and a hope. And what a gift to bring to any society or culture.
Today, he's kind of does a combination of everything. I think abstracts and heads and comedic work. His colors are very vibrant, but there's also a real darker side to a lot of the work that some people get right away, some people don't. They think they're just comedic in nature, where they have some serious subject matter that's hidden in the layers behind.
I find that there's also an undercurrent of theological themes and subjects in many of Philip's works. I know that he's deeply religious. He has a faith.
And Philip does say painting is prayer. It is a way of worshiping, and a way of giving thanks. I know Philip believes that.
And there's one work in my show called Curses Foiled Again. A woman who is so animated that Philip indicated was his mother, with her hand lifted to the air holding a snake, which in my view could be a reference to the snake that was lifted in the Old Testament when the curse came upon the Israelites. And yet in her arms there's a lamb, the lamb that was slain for redemption. And so I see all of this, particularly in that painting, indicating Philip and how he believes in his faith. And then you see in the bottom these little demons, as if the enemy did not get it. The enemy of the soul did not get the redeemed saint who is now being lifted up. And the mother was part of that salvation. It's very powerful, and truth to Philip and to many that believe. When you look at the back of these canvases, you see 1988 scratched out, 1995 scratched out. Some of these canvases go back to 20 years, where Philip has just gone back and worked into them.
As a gallerist and an art dealer, I have an exhibition. We print catalogs, we print invitations, everything else. We hang the work, we have the exhibition. Some of the work returns to the studio. I have a client who says, you know, I loved that piece in the show. I'd like to see that piece again. And I get over to the studio and it's been repainted, turned around, moved. The direction on the back has changed, the years have changed, the thickness of the canvas have changed, and a lot of his work has changed through years, and I always said, Philip, stop it, you're gonna be a nightmare to some curators.
There was a time when we hung an exhibition and he showed up with a paint box after we had actually put all the paintings on the walls because he just thought of something he thought he might like to change. And you know, it's impolite actually to tackle an artist in a gallery. But we were right on the verge.
The way he attacks the paintings, I think from the beginning, that he sees other things that are happening in the painting and that might need to release themselves, is that urge that he can't suppress to not go back.
The only analogy I can think of actually is the time when Michelangelo said that he was actually releasing figures from stone. Philip's completed paintings, if there is such a thing, actually evolve from the act of painting. And so they continually improve. But in Philip's mind, I don't think there is a finished work of art. Just as one views life as a work of art, well, it's never really done. In Philip's mind, it's never really done.
Even once, as Philip was staying in a client's home, he repainted the work, and the client came back home to a new painting.
She had a painting of mine in the dining room, over the dining room table, and every time I went there for lunch or dinner, which was not infrequently, there was that painting, and there was one area that was distinctly awful, and it drove me mad every time I went there. And one summer's day, Priscilla rang me and said she had to go to the U.S. for a few days on Tolkien family business. Could I house sit for her? And I said, yeah, sure, I could do that. She hadn't been gone 30 minutes, I'll bet, before I had that painting off the wall and under my arm and on its way to the studio, where I first fixed that one area. But then, of course, everything else was wrong. And I ended up turning the painting upside down and making a completely new painting. Got it back on the wall just in time for her return. And mercifully, after tormenting me for a day or two, keeping me hanging like a sheet in the wind, she said, I love it. So.
If you're in Philip's present, you see a kindness, a gentleness, and a hope.
That's a worn-out word that's lost a lot of credibility to some, especially in the South, the gentleman. But there are many characteristics. One, always wear a jacket. Never talk about yourself. That's Philip. He doesn't discuss himself. It's always others.
This man is someone who passes it on. He is generous. That's one of the things that my clients said that bought some of his non-objective work. You look at the work and he pulls you into it.
Philip's been devoted his entire life. He's 80-something years old. He has the energy of a 30-year-old, maybe a 20-year-old.
Never stagnant. Always working, always moving, always thinking, always doing. There's nothing that has held Philip back. He's shown in major museums and collections and all over, the world. And we're just very fortunate that he decided to spend so much time here in Augusta.
Philip's significance and influence is so wide-ranged, and yet this is a very humble man. It'll be interesting where Philip's work plays out in the whole realm of art history. There's a paradox going on here. Philip is not painting for the market. He is not painting to sell a work. But he allows you to participate. And he does bring an audience to the work if the person is willing to look, to truly see it.
Okay, so here we are. Oh my God, this party. I don't know.
It's amazing.
This was a lot. I mean, it was great. It was wonderful. I think the beverage was amazing, of course.
Oh yeah.
And thank you to the sponsors. I mean, thanks to everyone who had a part in making this whole thing happen. I don't know if I would have been able to make it through a house party to the magnitude that Christy set up. That's a lot. And I'm like super tired. So
yeah. But this place is dead.
Yeah.
Got a bird of paradise.
All of that. So this was wonderful. Our first, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the audience enjoyed it. I had a wonderful time.
Definitely. This is actually my first wet paint party.
Is it really?
This is my first every wet paint party. I was out of town doing a gig for some reason or another. This is my first
crazy
wet paint party.
Well, I gotta tell you, I've bought tickets before, but last year was actually my first wet paint party. It really was, and it was amazing. And I remember when we were talking about the planning of it in the board meetings, and sorry, slurred speech, bourbon. But we were really concerned about whether or not we'd be able to actually do the thing.
Right.
And to be able to pull it off with the precautions in place. It was amazing then. And this is actually the virtual thing, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad. So,
well,
you know why it's not so bad?
Why?
Because you got amazing people in the background working everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I would like to give a great shout out to rock stars Jamie and Will
Jackson.
The Jacksons.
The Jacksons.
The Jacksons of Augusta, Georgia. They have done an amazing job to set everything up for you all tonight.
Yeah.
They made our job so much easy. It was just like, hurry up. We're ready to go to the next thing, and because Karen and I can sit here and talk forever to you all.
Yeah.
But big shout out. Techies are can make you or break you.
Right.
And you all tonight made us. So we do want to take our hats off.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Our hats for those who are wearing hats. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So thanks so very much. I only know how to do one thing very well, and that's kind of just halfway anyway. But thanks so much for helping for making the tech thing happen. To Rian and her company for making the doing the visuals and setting everything up. Everyone who had a part in this. Of course, the board. We want to thank those wonderful
Right.
people. We want to thank the sponsors. Let me do this before I forget. We want to thank the city of Augusta. We didn't talk, and we don't have time to talk about it right now.
Mhm.
But Public Art Advisory Panel, KIG serves on that.
Yes.
And the city of Augusta is doing major things. We're working with the city of Augusta.
If you haven't checked out the sculpture trail, make sure you check out the sculpture trail. It's one of the coolest things that's ever hit Augusta in a good long time. We have the James Brown mural is up now. Augusta's changing for the art. So make sure you support the arts in any way possible. Visual, dance, music, etc., so forth. Everybody took a hit last year, but it's a new year now. So we're not going to talk about last year. We're going to talk about this year and how Augusta is going to be amazing and support the arts in Augusta. You feel me?
Right, exactly. More sponsors. We have Layer TI, Advanced Services, Second City Distilling Company for that wonderful gingery beverage, and Vintage Uli.
Yeah.
And Red Wolf Advertising. So nice virtual round of applause for the sponsors of this event. And the crowd goes wild. Want to remind you that all of the items in the auction, they will remain so until 6 p.m.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
That's it.
Tomorrow. That Sunday, February, whatever that day is, 28th.
The day after Saturday.
The day after Saturday.
Mhm.
So if you missed the auction, hopefully you won't. But if you have any questions about anything, just contact the Arts Council or go to the website, augustaarts.com, and someone will be able to answer all of your questions there.
Actually, they shouldn't miss the auction at all.
Right.
Those are some amazing pieces in this auction. So if you missed the auction, shame on you. So matter of fact, it's no shame, because you're going to go to the auction tonight. Right. You're going to bid on the piece that you like.
Right.
Like Ode to Chanticleer.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. You're going to bid on those pieces because this money is going towards the Arts Council.
Right.
And we like to do all the cool stuff that the Arts Council has, and not even the cool stuff, the educational things, aspiration items, to teach artists how to work a business or just to be a better artist in general.
Yeah.
We're making moves.
And the wonderful thing about this auction is the artists are paid for their work. They're not donating anything. They're getting paid.
Exactly.
The Arts Council is working with the Cultural Arts Consortium to get some COVID relief money. See, this wasn't on the script, so I'm going to dial it all back. But by all means, if you are an artist, or if you have an appreciation for art, or if you're just breathing in this Augusta area, then you should support the Arts Council, because
absolutely
artists work and we contribute to the society, to this area. So again, thank you so very much for attending the first virtual wet paint party and sale. We're lounging right now because we're chilling, but
because that's what we're doing, bean bags.
Yeah.
We lounge.
So thank you so very much for everyone who had a part in this this production, and we look forward to the next one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can be in person and
person.
virtual at
Yeah.
the same time.
At the same time. I am Karen Gordon. I am the Empress of Cool.
And I'm Kig Cherry, Black Pavarotti and Secret Mayor of Augusta.
Thank you so much. I didn't see that one coming.